Howdy. How's everybody out there in YouTube land tonight? I hope this finds you well, and I hope it finds this thing working the way it's supposed to. Howdy. Well, yeah, except I need to turn off the volume on that. There we go. Now, okay. Shoot fire. That looks good, I think. Y'all tell me what you think. We're doing OBS through Hangouts here, and I think I've got everything pretty much arranged the way I need to have it arranged here on the screen. I got more screens than Carter's has little liver pills. Oh, mercy sakes. Now, how did I figure out how to do this? It wasn't easy. Believe me, it wasn't easy. And I've had people say, why do you want to take OBS through Hangouts? Well, I might decide I want to have somebody up on the panel or something, even though I got a pretty background. I mean, shoot, you know, you never know unless you try it. And now whether I'll do this every week, I don't know. This has been a lot of work. Oh, yep. I've got a green screen. I've got new lighting. I've got a new microphone. Do you like the way my microphone sounds, Matt? Does it have good sound quality to it? And I got a new camera. And I've got two screens here. My head's on a swivel. Screens. Mercy sakes alive. Oh, so I hope you like the way I've got it all set up, because, you know, I've done a lot of work on this. This didn't just fly in the wind at me, buddy. I tell you what, there's been a lot of work going on here. I'm going to back this chat up. I'm going to see who all's in here. We got Matt with Awesome Wood Things is in the house. And now, I don't know how this feller pronounces this, but it's JSRFRTN Gaming Channel. There's no vowels in that. So it's... I think it's just a bunch of letters. So we'll say hey to him out there. We got Odessa's Woodworking and Maker Shop. That's Al. Say hey to him. Let me scroll down a little bit further here and see who all else we got in the house here. Krista Scavetta is in the house. Krista's new here. She just came in last week, and we'll say hey to her. Glad to have you with us. And Sandra DTV's in the house. Good to have you in there. Emily Wilder, hey, good to see you, Emily. Glad to have you in the house. And everybody, sub up, sub down, make friends. This is all about support. Support, support, support. I stress that more than I stress the subbing, because, hey, subs, dime a dozen. You can get subs on a lot of channels, and you can get your numbers up there. And what does that get you, really? I mean, once you got the 1,000 subs, you know, you qualify for monetization. There's no ceilings over top of that. But the thing is, you got to have the support. You can have 1,000 subscribers and nobody looking at your content. So you need people that are going to support, and you have to support them in exchange. You got to be a friend to get a friend. And it works the same way here on YouTube. You have to be a supporter in order to get a supporter. Witchy Princess is in the house. Good to have you in there. The more the merrier. I hope y'all like my green screen and my OBS and, you know, everything that I'm doing here with this. I want to give special shout out to my mods. You know, mods need love too. Don't ignore the mods when you're doing your busting up and down, because they need love too. They work real hard supporting these channels and going in and doing their mod work, keeping everything running smooth. I did want to give a special shout out this evening to a friend of mine. Lulu, love you. If you've never been over to Lulu's channel, you ought to check her out. Lulu, love you. She sent me a channel sticker and one of her business cards and a nice little note. And if you don't know about channel stickers, I'll enlighten you a little bit, because I had no idea about channel stickers until a couple months ago. Somebody was kind enough to explain it to me. They have stickers, you make stickers, or you can have somebody make them for you. Stickers to promote your channel, and you trade them with people, and you make a board. I have to make a board yet for mine. I've got a collection going over here on another table, but you make a board and you put the stickers up of all the channels and stuff, and you send them stickers in exchange for yours. So, you might want to get in touch with people. I'll trade stickers with you if you want to trade stickers with me. Lulu trades stickers. There's a lot of channels out there that do it. So if you're interested in trading stickers, let me know. Because all you got to do is drop me an email or comment on a video or a private message or whatever you want to do, and we'll get them traded. Let me catch up here with what's going on here on the chat. It says the audio isn't synced with the voice. Again, it's not a big deal. Just thought you'd like to know. Well, that's probably because I'm going through Hangouts. It worked really good when I was going through OBS, but see, this is how we learn. Give this a shot tonight and see how it works. But, if it doesn't work quite the way that we want it to, then I just won't do that again. It's all experimentation, don't you know? Green Bay Wacky's in the house. Good to have you in there. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, he remembered now. He calls me chop liver. Yeah, he knows some classy ladies, and he recognizes them on his show, but I'm just chop liver. Oh my. And if you haven't been over to Green Bay's channel, if you're new here and you haven't been there, he does live streams. They're a little sporadic, when he gets around to it, because we're all busy this time of year. But it's good supporters show up there at his channel, and it's a good place to be if you're trying to get support for your channel. So you might want to check that all out and get acquainted with some of the folks there on his channel as well. Yeah, Matt has one of my stickers. We traded. Yeah, Green Bay says it's just too much power being consumed. I shut down just about everything that I could shut down here for this. But, hey, some things you got to kind of keep running in the background. Just catching up here with the chat a little bit. I think I'm pretty much caught up now. But besides introducing you to the channel stickers and talking about Lulu, I'll tell you a little bit about her channel there while I'm thinking on it. She has ferrets and all kinds of critters over there at her house, rats and all that. Pets. These are pets, not not sewer rats, but she's got pet critters. So you might want to check out her channel. Some of that stuff is absolutely hysterical. She had a ferret steal her headphones the other day. So get over to Lulu's channel and check her out. I'm like, max headroom. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea, Al. I have absolutely no clue. I know that I am putting OBS out through Hangouts. You're talking to the technically challenged. Oh, how am I? Well, Krista, every time somebody asks me that, I always say I'm finer than frog hair and twice as wiry. Makes people stop and think. You got a hamster named Humphrey, huh? I used to raise hamsters. I had hundreds of them. They're a lot of fun. Blast from the past, Matt. Blast from the past. Maul's in the house. MAW just went to cleaning, is in the house. He has some good shows on his channel too. You might want to take a look at some of his content. He cracks me up with some of the stuff he has on there. Now, Green Bay, you can't stop at just one. You need at least 2 or 3. And then before you know it, you have 2 or 3 dozen. I'll have to talk to Haley a little bit and explain it to her. Before you know it, you'll have hamsters. They'll be like tribbles. Houndsman One's in the house. Good to have you in there. I love his channel. He got all kinds of tractors and stuff over there. Reminds me of being back on the farm. He got some cool stuff over there. You have to go bigger and get you a guinea pig. Well, you could do that too. I used to have them. I took them to guinea pig shows. I had, oh my goodness, I had boxes and boxes of ribbons and trophies from where I showed my guinea pigs. And I probably had as many as 300 guinea pigs at one time. I won in Ohio. I won grand champion at the state fair with a guinea pig one year. But yeah, I'll have to get to Haley and teach her some things. She'll have you covered up in critters in no time. Husband's about to plant some corn. It's that time of year. Oh, you're doing it in planters instead of out in the field. Well, that'll be an interesting experience because it better be deep planters. Corn has deep roots on it. Green Bay had a guinea pig as a kid, named it Snoopy. You wanted a dog. Snoopy's a dog name. I say that about people that have boys and name them Rex. Like, Lord have mercy, you wanted a dog. Why don't you just name him Rover? People come up with some of the doggonest names for kids I ever heard in my life. There's a lady over in Ohio that she had twins, and she named them Lamangelo and Orangelo. And it was because she craved lemon and orange jello when she was pregnant with them. So she named her twin boys Lamangelo and Orangelo. Poor kids. Then I knew another one named her boy Macho. I don't know. He was just real little last I seen of her, but Lord have mercy, I bet that kid had to fight like tooth and nail when he got to school. You got a fan there, Ma. Matt went over there and took a look at your channel. He's got a great channel. That's a lot of fun to watch him. Somebody's pinging me. I hear something pinging in the background here. I hope you're not trying to ping me. If you're trying to ping me, would you leave me a message here in the chat and tell me that you're trying to ping me and tell me something? Because I'm afraid to touch anything here. I've got it all working. If I touch anything, it's liable to go cattywampus. David Knight's in the house. Good to have you in there. Thor and Loki. Oh my goodness, they wanted a dog too, didn't they? Sounds like names you give your dog. Oh my goodness. You never know, what people are going to come up with for names for the kids. They keep trying to come. I like the old-fashioned names, When I was a kid, I didn't really think much of it, but I've kind of grown to appreciate that. You keep the old-fashioned names prevalent in your family. The Marthas and the Abigails and the Adelines and Nancy's and Margaret's. I've grown an appreciation for those old names. Green Bay, you and I are going to have a chat this week now that I figured this much of it out, how to get the music in the background so that everybody can hear it good. Because once I got this much figured out, I was afraid to mess with anything else. But let's see if we can figure out some music. I could probably do it myself. I'll just have to run a bunch of tests and stuff, do private and play them back and see which one works the best. Keep notes. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Just keep notes on what you do and say, okay, this worked and that didn't work. Well, I could sing. I don't know that you'd like the songs that I sing, though. because I'm kind of ornery. Well, yeah, there are lots of ways to play music. I realize that, but I'm talking about, if I pull up a tab here and put, say, Technetic or H-Top or something on in the background, I want people to be able to hear it. And it's not just for me to shout over. Rocking the Carpenters today, doing some Karen. Boy, that was back in the day, wasn't it? I've got a Magic 8 Ball here. Y'all remember the Magic 8 Ball? These are a lot of fun. Anybody got any questions we can ask the Magic 8 Ball tonight? Anything you want to know? We'll shake her up good. Twist her around. It is OBS, Emily, Open Broadcast System. And it's a free program that you can download, but you're going to have to watch some videos on how to make it work right because there's a lot of bells and whistles to it. It's not as simple as just uploading it and it works automatically. But yeah, you go to Google and type in Open Broadcast System, or type in OBS Studio. That's what you type in. And then you can download it and learn from there. Oh, Matt, that's funny. Sing some Axl Rose? No, I'm not doing no Axl Rose. Okay, Green Bay wants to know if he's going to lose 30 pounds this summer. Will Green Bay Wacky lose 30 pounds this summer? Okay, we'll flip it up here now. I got to get my magnifying eyeball up here so I can read this. It says, it is decidedly so. So there you go, Green Bay. Well, Emily, you can't get no dumber technically than me, and I figured it out. So hey. Well, BrendaG Master OBS. Okay, let's take a look and see what the Magic 8 Ball said. Well, BrendaG Master OBS, because I still got a lot of work to do on that. Lord have mercy. Okay, we'll flip it up and see what she says here. This could be funny. It says, it is certain. Holy smoke. Magic 8 Ball has faith in me. Well, David, this is a new computer. So that's not the issue here. The issue is that I just get too much stuff running, and it's only a laptop too. I think, once I get a desktop in here, that's going to make a little bit of difference with it. Cab 7's in the house. Hey, Cab, good to see you in there. Emily got a new webcam too. Cool. Which one did you get, Emily? Because I've got the Logitech 930E. Oh my goodness. What have we got in there? We'll just get rid of that. Mercy sakes. I don't know how he fell in here, but we'll just say goodbye to that mess. And I don't see anybody else new that strolled in here. Anybody else got any questions for Magic 8 Ball? We'll shake her up. He didn't leave that I know of. He might have stepped out of the room for a minute. Because I told him he's going to lose. Well, 8 Ball told him he's going to lose that 30 pounds. So he might be, you know, doing backflips in the yard. There he is. So I can lose it. It just finds me again and it brings all its friends. I don't like them calories either. Them calories are little critters that get in your closet at night and make all your clothes smaller. Okay, Al wants to know, will they fix his internet today? Will they fix Al's internet today? Hocus pocus. And we get the magnifying eye up here and it says, my reply is no. Sorry, Al. David Knight says, Magic 8 Ball, will I hit 1K this summer and subs? The cliques in the house. Good to have you in there. Hey, honey, I'm finer than frog hair and twice as wiry. Let's see what it says here. It says, without a doubt. There you go. Maybe tonight you're going to get them subs you want. Anybody else got any questions for the Magic 8 Ball? These are a lot of fun. We used to play with these like crazy when I was a kid. Ask them all kinds of questions. Are tacos the perfect food? Let's see what it says. Spinning around here, it says, don't count on it, Matt. Oh, Emily says, will I be a good girl forever? Lord have mercy. I could answer that one for you, Emily. Will Emily be a good girl forever? And it says, it is certain. That isn't the answer I had to give you, Emily. Oh, Cab had a question for it and I missed it. Okay, let's see here. Will Green Bay Wacky get to 100,000 subscribers someday? Okay. Let's see. It's probably more entertaining to watch me shake this ball than for me to read the answer, isn't it? Oh, Lord. Okay, we'll flip it up here and we get the magnifier and it says, most likely. There you go. Will Cab 7 get stuck in the mud in his big F-250 truck? It says, don't count on it. Matt says, does Al love Star Trek more than I do? And the answer is better not tell you now. mercy. Will Houndsman 1 get a new tractor? Will Houndsman 1 get a new tractor? And the answer is most likely. There you go. Yep, the mystery continues, Matt. You just never know what the answer is going to be. You ask the magic 8 ball. I had this thing sitting on the table beside my couch, and I thought the other day, I'll just take this to the show with me. They probably get a kick out of asking the magic 8 ball questions too. Anybody got any other questions for magic 8 ball? I tell my wife, oh Lord, I take it that she's not real big on you getting more tractors. Pappy Pinnell's in the house. Good to have you in there. Shannon Miller came in. Good to have you in there. Lots of people strolling in this evening. I hope y'all like my green screen background. I've got it playing through Hangouts, and I had to leave a trail of breadcrumbs so I can find my way back out. Oh, learning how to do this stuff. It's infuriating, but it's fun all at the same time. Little by little, I keep figuring out how to do this stuff. And that's how you start out, just one step at a time, baby steps. I got more stuff that I have to figure out with the OBS and different things here, but just taking it little steps at a time. I don't, I can't just come in and spend 8 hours working on it. I got other things to do too, just like everybody else. Will you find Cab 7 wearing the Pope's regalia, riding down a snowy hill in a kayak one winter? Oh, mercy. Okay. Will you find Cab 7 wearing the Pope's regalia, riding down a snowy hill in a kayak one winter? And we flip it over, and the answer is, I got to have the magnifying glass. I can't see that little print in there. It says, well, twist around here so I can read it. It says, reply hazy. Try again, okay? That was even tougher, the 8 ball, Cab. And we'll try it again. And it says, very doubtful. Oh, let's see. Matt wants to know, should I do lip syncing and dancing in my workshop? Should Matt do lip syncing and working in his wood shop? And it says, ask again later. It doesn't say how much later. Let's ask it again now. Should Matt do lip syncing and dancing in his workshop? All right, his wood shop. Okay, we'll try it again. And it says, the outlook is good. There you go, Matt. There you go. Cab will not be wearing the Pope's regalia riding down a snowy mountain slope. But Matt will be lip syncing and dancing in his wood shop. I just want him to get it on film. Yep. If he's going to lip sync, then he needs to videotape it. That's for sure. We all want to see that. Film at 11. Oh. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen on my show. You just never know. Anything's liable to happen. Some weeks I have guests on the show. Some weeks I do the Magic 8 Ball. Sometimes I open mail. You just never know what's going to happen. Y'all like the gardening videos I've been putting up this week? I got one more. It goes up in the morning, and it's going to be a tour of my front yard, my flower beds, and show you everything that's planted out there in the front. Okay, Matt put up a URL for a video we did of his lip syncing. Can't say that 10 times fast. Just reading the chat and seeing what's going on here. But yeah, I used to raise all them kind of little critters. I had the rats and the mice and the hamsters and gerbils, and I had all kinds of hamsters too. I had long-haired hamsters and short-haired hamsters, and I had the little bitty tiny Siberian hamsters, and I had jerds and hedgehogs and short-tailed possums. Trying to think some of the other stuff that I had out there. All kinds of rabbits. Oh, you probably hear Fred in the background. He wants to co-host. TNX Dr. Benici. I hope I pronounced that correctly for you. Good to have you with us. Thanks for coming. It is me. Brian is in the house. Thank you, Brian. I hope you like the green screen and stuff I've got going on here. I'm taking OBS through Hangouts tonight. And it just kind of an experiment more than anything. I wanted to see if I knew how to do it, just in case I wanted to put somebody on the panel, because with OBS, you can't do a panel. And the only way you can do it is if you take it in through Hangouts. So just experimenting to see if I could figure out how to do it. And I can. I figured it out. I'd like to have it a little bit better fine-tuned, but hey, it is what it is. At least I got this much of it figured out. So it was kind of an experiment. We've been asking the Magic 8 Ball questions tonight. If you got any questions for Magic 8 Ball, you let me know, and I'll run them through Magic 8 Ball and get you an answer. Magic 8 Ball's been pretty cooperative this evening. In the meantime, everybody's bussing up and down, riding the bus all over town. It is OBS Studio that I'm using. When I downloaded it, OBS Studio was supposed to be the latest, greatest thing with the OBS. So that's the one that I went with. It's supposed to have all the bells and whistles that you need, be the easiest to use. OBS is mostly a Windows application, correct? As far as I know. Al could probably answer that question for you better than I can, because I'm running Windows. Either Al or Green Bay, either one could probably answer it better than me. But I'm Windows is all I know. I've never had anything but Windows. You got to be careful how many windows you leave open in the wintertime. You'll get cold. Well, Green Bay, that's not necessarily a function of the program because I'm old and I just run slow. You can't blame that on OBS or Hangouts, you know, because I'm slow. Blame it on age. I don't move as fast as I used to. I got me some medicine though about a week ago that I've been taking for my joints, and it is helping. Um, I forget what the name of it is. I don't have any of it in here. Um, flexi joint or something. I don't know. If you want to know what the name of it is, send me a message and I'll get you the name of it. But it is definitely helping my joints. They're not as painful as they were. Well, that's not necessarily age with you though, because you're still a spring chicken though, Green Bay. I mean, you know, it could just be you got lead in your pants. I got a good 10 years, well, a little more than 10 years on you. Well, I don't know, Al. My joints are wore out, all of them, popping and cracking. I sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies when I move. My every bone or every joint in my feet pop and crack, and my ankles and my knees. I bend my knees. It sounds like somebody's tearing paper. My hips and the elbows, shoulders, wrists, all the joints in my fingers and my hands crack and pop. And it's gotten to the point now where I'm ruining my ligaments. So, you know, I thought, well, okay, I guess it's time to start taking some kind of a supplement. So I did some research. It's supposed to be the best stuff for your joints. So I'm taking it, and I've been on it a week and I could tell a little bit of difference. It'll be interesting after I've been on it a month. Yeah, those questions are best answered by either Al or Green Bay, Matt, because shoot. You're talking to technically challenged Sally here. Okay, just call you Dr. J. That sounds good. I can do that. Houndsman says he takes a leave, which I do, and that does ease the inflammation. You're right about that. It doesn't stop the popping and the cracking though, and the pain when you move. It slows it down a little bit, maybe numbs you up some. And I try not to take that until I absolutely have to take it too. You can take so much of that stuff that you ruin your liver if you're not careful. So I try to go as sparingly on it as I can. And I don't want to build up an immunity to it either. But yeah, I could probably sing you a little song. It's kind of naughty. It's not real naughty. It's just kind of naughty. Have you ever heard the Mailman song? Oh, mercy, Matt. I can drop it like it's hot. I just can't pick it back up. Oh, I don't know all the words to that, Al. That's Russ's song anyway. He'd probably strike me for singing his song. Well, I'm glad you dropped in, Houndsman. It's good to have you in there. Works hard for MK3 is in the house. Good to have you in there. I can pick it back up with a forklift. I don't bounce like I used to. Remember when you used to fall down when you was a kid, you know, and you look around, make sure nobody's seen you. You know, now I look around, see if there's anybody going to help me up. They need to have warnings about gravity. You know, you go in a doctor's office, you ever see they got all them pamphlets up there on the wall, talks about heart disease and high blood pressure and strokes and heart attacks and, you know, all these things that can befall you as you get older. They don't warn you about gravity. There needs to be a warning label about gravity because that will kill you. Gravity will knock you down relentlessly. It is tough on you when you get old. Thank you. Works hard. Appreciate that. Everybody smash that like button. Yep, I'm not a fan of gravity, buddy. I tell you what, it smacks you right to the ground. It doesn't even ask you. It's not polite about it. Whack. Used to, I could just, you know, jump right back up. No problem. Oh no, now I got to find something, pull myself up by a chair or a table or something. Get a hold of it. I'm working my way back up. Oh, you got to laugh about it. If you didn't, you'd cry yourself to death. Venus has 10% less gravity than Earth. Mars is 60% less gravity. Well, I think I probably need to go to Mars then. 10% isn't enough. I think next week I'll probably just go in through OBS and skip the Hangout thing, and then it'll sync up a little bit better like it did last week. Everybody liked last week's pretty good. So this is how we learn what's good and what's not and what works. Well, now there's the answer right there, Matt. 100 pounds on Earth is 40 pounds on Mars. That's my problem. I should be on Mars. I'm not fat. I'm a Martian. I need to be on Mars. I'd be right. I'd be the right weight if I lived on Mars. Yep. That's the problem right there. I'm on the wrong planet. Now we know. I've been trying to figure it out for years, and right there it is. Liberty Bell Chilids is in the house. Good to have you in there. I'm trying to catch everybody as they come in. I hope I didn't miss anybody. We've been asking the Magic 8 Ball questions. I got a Magic 8 Ball up here. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll ask the Magic 8 Ball for you. Talking about having helicopters on Mars. Well, I'll tell you what, if they put helicopters on Mars, if they was crashed, it wouldn't crash as bad, would it? If it's 40, 60% less, what'd you say, 60% less gravity? I mean, I imagine it would still hurt, but yeah, I've heard that they are doing special things with Mars, trying to colonize it and all that. You don't know how much of that to believe, but I've heard that over the last few years that they're supposed to be doing work on Mars. Cities on Venus in the clouds where it's not too hot, and the pressure is livable. Yeah, rock beats scissors. Yeah. Yeah, smacking the ground is smacking the ground, regardless of, how hard you hit. rock, paper, scissors, lizard, spot. Didn't they start that on Big Bang Theory? Isn't that where that got started? I never did figure all that out. I had enough time with rock, paper, scissors. They came out with that new show, Young Sheldon, and I never have got to see an episode of that. Roseanne show came out, and I think I've caught the first 4 episodes of that, and then I missed them all since. I think I've seen probably all of the old episodes, the original episodes of Star Trek. But the newer ones, I don't know that I've seen them all. I've seen most of them, I think, up until, let's see, what Jane was the captain of the last series that I saw of it. Well, I'm glad you dropped in. Works hard. Good to have you in there. You never know what's going to happen on my show. I'm trying to figure out how to get some music playing in the background. I'll try to get that done by next week. It's this has been trial and error, trying to figure out how to get this thing set up correctly. And I learn a little bit every week about what works and what don't work. Written in Blood is in the house. Good to have you in there. Smash 510's in the house. How am I today? Finer than frog hair and twice as wiry. But I hope you've all enjoyed the gardening series thing that I've done on my show the past week. I got my garden out, and there'll be one more episode of that where I show you the flower beds out in front. And then we'll get started on some other things this week. What? I don't know. I just poke around here and find stuff and say, oh, hey, let's work on this. I've got some ideas on what it'll be, but I don't want to give anything away yet until I check and make sure I got everything I need. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. I just hate to open another window right now. Not tonight with, everything that I got running and it kind of running slow to begin with. I need a trail of breadcrumbs to find my way back now from everything that I got up here. Yep, only got about 12 more minutes to go here. I like to run the show for an hour. If I guess on, maybe I'll run it a little longer than that. But this is how we learn, just a little bit at a time, experimenting and saying, hey, let's give this a shot and see what happens. Run it up the flagpole and see who salutes it. But there's the mailman song. I can always sing to you. I can sing the mailman song. You be sorry if I sing it. Rainy Days and Mondays by the Carpenters. It rained here this morning. We had hail. It was coming down dime-sized hail out in the backyard. I went out and checked my plants, and they're okay. Didn't seem to damage anything in the garden, but it was bouncing pretty good. Well, good. You got your own music playing. Little ditty goes something like this. He flips your knockers. He rings your bell. Ain't he great? Ain't he swell? He's your mailman. He has no keys to your locks. He just slips it in your box. He's your mailman. He can come in any kind of weather. That's because his bag is made of leather. He flips your knockers. He rings your bell. Ain't he great? Ain't he swell? He's your mailman. Told you it was ornery. Little innuendo there. Move fast and break things in text speak, yep. I left everybody speechless. Oh. I don't even know if they got that one up on YouTube anyplace. Thumbs up on the song. Alan, Matt, you need to learn that one for Russ Meadows. That's a song he'd appreciate, isn't it? Jack and Diane. I don't know all the words to that one. That's a long one. Oh, we got stuff popping up on the screen. Lord have mercy. Keep wanting me to buy that program. I keep telling them no. Well, we're talking about programs, though. I'll talk about TubeBuddy. I think I've got it down in the description of the video for you where you can sign up for TubeBuddy. It's a free program. If you want all the bells and whistles to it, though, you need to buy the program. However, don't buy it right away. Wait the 30 days. They'll send you an email after 30 days, and you can buy the program for like $40 forever, for a lifetime. So don't go by the monthly subscription or yearly subscription thing on it. You know, get it forever for $40. And TubeBuddy helps you with your program, with your YouTube, with your tags and all that kind of thing. So it's got all kinds of bells and whistles and free music and everything in the world that comes with it. So you might want to check out TubeBuddy. Thank you, Fireman. I'm running it through Hangouts tonight. They say there's a little bit of delay on the video because I'm running so much here, but that's what I'm doing. Gaming Dude's in the house. Hey, sweetie. That is the sweetest child right there. I just want to grab him and hug him, give him a big old hug. I like watching his videos. He comes up with some really cute things over there on his channel. Tickles me. And he's a good supporter too. Yeah, I think next week probably, Fireman, I'll just go back to using OBS without doing the Hangouts. But it's nice to know how to work it in case I needed to, you know, if I was going to have a guest on or something. But by the same token, I can always put a backdrop back here without having to use the OBS if I want to use Hangout. So, hey, you know, it's all in learning. I kind of like having the scrolling stuff there on the top of the screen and being able to put my URLs up there. And this would be probably a good time to mention, you know, I do have the Patreon channel, and I do have an Etsy store where I have all my artwork and stuff listed up there. Not all of it, but I got a good amount. I've got another stack that I need to get up on there, but I've been so busy with OBS and learning how to do all this stuff that I haven't got it up yet. But there's a lot of things up there, and my soap and all that. So if you're interested in any of that, you can check it out there on the Etsy shop. And the, let's see, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram. On Twitch, I do a live stream 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays where I do crafting. And on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, I do my live stream here. And once in a very great while, I might do a live stream some other time during the week here on YouTube. But that's catch as catch can. Yeah, Al got a new 3D printer the other day. He's been making stuff with his 3D printer. You won't be sorry there, Matt. Gaming Dude's a really nice kid. Well, it kind of looks like we're rolling up here toward the top of the hour. So everybody get your bussing up and bussing down done. We'll be shutting her down here in about 4 minutes. To clone myself. Well, I wish I could clone myself. I might actually get something accomplished. Well, other people might not be too pleased with that, but hey. Oh, bless your heart, Gaming Dude. You're a little sweetie. Yeah, Green Bay made it through the whole thing. Didn't have an aneurysm or anything. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's cool, Al. Use that printer to make parts for it. Make them ahead of time, though, because if it breaks, you don't wish you had the part to fix it. Anybody got any last-minute questions for the Magic 8 Ball? Any of you that come in late got any questions? We'll ask it. It has been hot here, Amanda. Chroma Storm Art's in the house. It got up in the 80s today here for a change. We had a hailstorm, thunder, lightning, hail, and all that come through earlier. Didn't seem to damage my garden. We've been asking the Magic 8 Ball questions. Give it one more try. Will my internet be fixed this week? Okay, that's different. You wanted to know earlier if it'd be fixed today. Will it be fixed this week? Is Al's internet going to be fixed this week? Shaky, shaky, shaky. And the answer is, get the magnifying glass up here so old blind lady can read it. It is decidedly so. So they'll get it this week, Al. It just won't be today. There you go. And Matt wants to know if he should buy a 3D printer. Should Matt buy a 3D printer? For me. It is decidedly so, Matt. There you go. You got your answer. So with all that being said, I guess that there's only one thing left to say, and that's Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. Bye, y'all.